You're now listening to Box Power Sound.
Brought to you by Bel Air.
We got Brad in the building. So let me introduce Brad. Brad Sousa, he's a new up-and-coming artist coming out of Canada who has a lot of really good records and is doing numbers right now. And shout out to Brad for showing up today. What's up, Brad?
How's it going?
Thanks for coming. Welcome to Box Power Sound.
Sure, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about it because you and I, we used to work together at EFS on Wednesdays and we used to host over there. And obviously things have changed drastically in the last how many years? 2 years, maybe even a year.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 years.
We're in completely different, we're in a different world right now. You especially have taken it to a whole nother level. But I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. So I met you in Toronto, but tell us where you're originally from.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Cambridge, Ontario. It's a little small place, about an hour from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I grew up there.
And that's near, like, what, Waterloo,
yeah,
Kitchener?
it's like between, so like right before Kitchener and Waterloo.
Okay.
It's like kind of closer to Toronto.
Right.
Yeah.
Very small town. And so how did you end up in Toronto, like doing parties and hosting and all that stuff?
Yeah, I just met like so many people from just going out for fun, and then kind of just took off from there. I met like Wave, like Andreas and them. And
okay, yeah.
Kind of just was like, but then I became really good with like Kirby and stuff through my older friends that are from Waterloo.
Right.
So just kind of like a full circle.
I didn't know Kirby was from Waterloo.
No, he's not. But all my boys from Waterloo.
Got it.
They all hang out and stuff. So
shout out Kirby.
Yeah,
we had some fun, crazy times. Oh my God. So when I remember that I seen you in the club and I was like, oh my God, Justin Bieber's in the club.
Yeah.
So how often are you compared to Justin Bieber to this day and in the past?
Yeah. Before it was annoying. It was like just out of control. Sometimes annoying to go out, but
yeah.
Now since like everything, it's definitely calmed down a lot. It's rather like, it's almost like the older people will be like, what the hell when they walk by me, but then like more of the younger crowd, majority of them would be like, oh, that's Brad, so
right.
It feels a lot better and it's way cooler that it's like that now. So
that's so crazy because I know I thought that the first time when I seen you at EFS, and then we ended up like partying together and turning up. I was like, yeah, he's not Justin Bieber, that's my guy. So what happened was you took a photo eating a burrito, and that went viral, and like your social media, everything just went crazy. And I remember that. Did you deliberately do that for people to think that it was Justin?
Yeah, so what happened was Yes Theory. They're like a group on YouTube, and I think they have like 2 million subscribers. But they reached out to me, but I had like multiple emails like saying to do like all the Justin Bieber shit, and like I just wasn't about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I was trying to brand myself at the time to be myself.
Trying to separate yourself as much
like the
as
followers
you
were going a little bit, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to keep this going. And, obviously every comment was like that, and then I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I don't know why I chose them, but yeah. And then when I went out there, we took the pic. I think it was within 3 days. It was the #1 viral thing in the world. It was fucked. Like, it was crazy.
It's actually so funny because it legit looks exactly like him. And it was like, so the concept behind it was how you were eating the burrito was weird, right?
But like, how random is it that they would pick that? But that's what they said. Like other things that we said like tying our shoelaces like in a weird way. Just like a far paparazzi shot. That's what they wanted to do.
Okay.
So they just decided like, why not a burrito sideways? And I'm just like, I was thinking like this is going to do nothing. I'm like, I'm wasting my time out here.
Oh, but that took off.
Yeah, and then it just
because it's Justin. Like, but so that's what they do with other people that kind of are a doppelganger of an artist.
They don't, but they do a lot of like funny prank stuff with like other YouTubers in the world, and like they're very known for that type of shit. So
okay, so you guys have fun with it, and that like literally. Your Instagram. I remember seeing that and I was like, oh, wow. I thought for sure it was Justin, but then I thought it was hilarious that you were involved with it and I thought it was great. So is that how like Tana Mongeau found you out, or is that how you guys got together?
I don't know if I mean, obviously it must have been. Mm-hmm. Like I think a lot of people that started following me was definitely because of that exact thing. But yeah, she just randomly DM'd me and was just like,
Okay.
right off the shits right away. And I was just like, okay.
So that's how she got into the picture. She
Yeah.
DM'd you. She slid in the DMs because she thought you were the one.
Yeah.
So did your social media take off when you started dating her, or was it because of the
sure.
prank?
For sure.
So it was more.
It was a
from
little bit
Tana.
of both. It
A
was
little
like
bit of both?
everything, you know. But that's how it works, especially in the industry. Like when you're in LA, like I don't even remember I went to a club once in LA. I was living there for a year. You know what I mean? It was just like, if you were in that type of industry, like YouTuber, influencer type shit, like you were going to go to the parties. And like my manager at the time in LA, like that's what he wanted me to do. It's just like, you're going to go to this party, have fun, but like talk with people, get pictures with people. Like every tag will gain
Network.
more.
Yeah.
You got to network. Exactly. So, but just in such a weird fake way out there, but that's all they care about. You know what I mean? So it just all started
And
growing.
their parties are weird. They shut down so early.
Yeah.
It is strange.
Yeah.
But I mean, shout out to LA. Like I love LA, but it was weird. I remember I was at this crazy party one time, obviously with Drake and everybody. Fabulous was there, Rihanna. All of a sudden the lights came on at like 1. And I didn't know. I was like, oh, like the party's done. So, and then they go off into their, you know, the hills and the mansion parties, which is cool. But talk to us about that experience. Like your following, your whole brand, everything just like skyrocketing. I'm sure you looked on your Instagram and you saw like a ton of new followers and comments. Like, tell us about that whole experience.
I didn't know how to take it at first. My phone actually was like freezing up because I had to get another one because of how crazy it was going. I think it was like 10K every like 20 minutes at a point. It was
That's insane.
Yeah, it was getting nuts. So, I mean, the way I took it was just kind of just like, but then again, it was when it was first because of the Justin Bieber shit, it was like kind of annoying. I was just like, oh, but like at the same time, I'm feeling like, wow, this is nuts.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
It is. Yeah, exactly.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I didn't know your phone froze. That's crazy. That's what we're trying to get on for these episodes. We went viral with the Chromaz episode last week on Six Buds, which is great.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
We definitely want to take it there. So that's good. That's good. Like I'm glad that you were able to take, you know, where you were at. I think you were at like what 40,000, and then all of a sudden, boom, 200,000. Like that's insane. Yeah. So I saw everything play out. I saw like the relationship and, you know, your life turning around for the better and a lot of great things happening for you, which I was really happy for you. So like I didn't like how it kind of all ended and how her and Jake Paul portrayed you and what they had to say. So tell us how it all transpired.
Yeah, it was kind of whack. I mean, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That's where we want you to break your silence.
Yeah, but it's like NDAs and shit. But like that's how all I have to say for that is just like that's how the industry works, especially as an influencer and a YouTuber. That's one thing I really noticed when I was in LA. Is just like in order to stay relevant in that industry, you gotta have beef. Like you gotta start beef. You gotta cook up the pot. You gotta like people. That's what people want to see.
Something scripted, something
yeah,
dramatic.
But it like all is almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'll say this right here. Like me and Tana talk all the time. We're cool. We're fine.
Hey.
Like everything's fine.
Wow.
You know? And she's still like she says to this day is when she gets all fucked up or whatever, and she'll message me. You know, like I'm sorry for that, and just like I'm over it. Everything's over it. It's all in the past. But that's how it works, man. It's
you heard it here on Box Parasol.
Yeah, straight up.
So does she still have feelings for you, like, or is it more?
I just say we're very
friendship?
mutual. Yeah, we're just good, no bad blood.
And when you say that she's sorry for that, she apologizes because it was something from her camp that was kind of trying to create a story, create something like so she could go off with Jake Paul and marry him.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the clout. You gotta keep going up. I did the viral thing. She was with me. Okay, it started dying down. You know what I mean?
Got it. So you never cheat for all the listeners right now and for all your fans and followers and all the Tana stans. You did not cheat on her?
Never.
Wow.
Never.
Wow. Let me give you applause for that. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. So for everybody listening, you heard it here first. He's not the bad guy. He was portrayed as that, but you know, it's all showbiz at the end of the day. They're cool. It's all love. So now I remember telling you, like, because I took it in. I saw what was going on, and I saw everything that was happening, and I was like, just use her as a stepping stone, and keep rising to the top.
Yeah.
So for you, you're probably like, how do I do that? Because was it a genuine like hurt and pain that you were going through? Because I'm sure you loved this girl, and then all of a sudden things just started switching up on you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at first, like I didn't like when she actually came to Toronto and stayed here for a week.
I remember.
Yeah,
that was before all this happened. And I met.
No, yeah.
We were at Wayward.
Yes.
We were at Wayward, and I was like happy to see you. And then she was so like, I think was she overprotective of you a little bit?
She always was.
Because
sure,
I'm like, trust me, I don't want your man. That's my homie.
Yeah.
And I was with my girl, and then
Yeah.
she was very like stush. But you guys were having a good time. You took the 1942 and cut,
yeah.
and you had your own party.
Right
But I
down
do
here.
remember that. But yeah, so she was here, and then after that, that's when it all happened.
Yeah. After like a year of that, like we went back, and it was like a year later, or like 8 months later. Yeah.
But did you think that like, fuck, what do I do now? Or did you always have music planned, and did she know about your music, like, or did this situation kind of create that for you where you wanted to get in the studio and start talking about your feelings and everything that happened?
Yeah, I mean, the main focus, especially when I was there, was just like the YouTube and growing my socials. And
Right.
then I was doing music on the side a little bit, but like nothing too like crazy. Like it was just kind of like fucking around with like still pretty big producers out there, but it was just like more for myself. I didn't really wasn't focusing on that at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
I don't know. I just kind of swiped it off. You move forward. That's all. So.
And so with that said, like, did this first song you dropped, was that about this situation? Like, did you take from what happened and make that song? Or that song? Okay, so that was what created that song.
Yeah.
I thought that too.
Yeah.
So it ended up working out because obviously your feelings were valid, Did you kind of want to work? Was there a possibility where you would have thought, I actually, like, I want to work things out with you and kind of get back into that? Or you were just like, fuck it, let me continue and, it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So do the Tana stands still, do they still come for you?
There's a little bit here and there, but
Yes?
that's just life, That's what happens. It's all good.
But I don't, like, do you have to, like, mute your comments and all that stuff?
No, I never do.
No? Okay.
Any publicity in this time of day is good. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If a brand comes at you and they see, 500 comments, half of them people just talking shit, hey, here's a brand deal.
Exactly.
They don't care.
Because
man.
I'm sure you have, like, a huge following of people, of people, and especially girls that love you and want to see you do your thing, and they don't want to hear anything negative, which I was that person. I was like, don't let anybody talk shit about you.
Yeah.
So that's good. But do you have a lot of fans that were kind of like pro you and Tana?
Like going back at the other people?
No, like they wanted to see you guys be a couple and
yeah, but then after now, it's just kind of
it's more
left in the past.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a little bit
it's nothing like that anymore, honestly, to be honest.
Okay, so it was just around that time when it started happening.
When it first happened, for sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's do this shot. Cheers. So when did you decide to start releasing the music? It was right after that situation?
I definitely took a big break. I think I don't know exactly what it was. Maybe like 3 to 4 months, I kind of just went ghost. And that was for a reason. Like, I just kind of wanted to, like, get back to myself, moving away for so long, not having really anyone with me. So I kind of just stayed with the family and just, interacted with them and just stayed with them just to get back to my mental self. And then, I was in the studio every day. So just dropping shit. Yeah. No,
that's when some, like, artists create some of the best music of their lives is after, a crazy situation or heartbreak or whatever. Yeah. And do you write your own music?
Most of the time I do, but I'm not one of those people that just all of it. No, but my team is very, like, I have a big team. So, like, for instance, like, I have a manager for influencing stuff. I have a manager for my music shit. I got like all the producers coming in, engineers. Sometimes we'll get a couple co-writers in there. Like, but it's all just a vibe. It's just like whatever the vibe's about. You know what I
Right.
mean? 'Cause,
And
like,
Tyson would be more of your business manager.
Yeah.
Shout out Tyson.
oh, Tyson.
For making
Why
this
didn't you come?
happen. I know. Is he far out too?
No, he's right by me.
Oh my God.
Fucker.
Yeah. We'll take a shot for you, Tyson. So yeah, so when it comes to the music, you have like co-writers and things. You guys kind of work together as you're writing. You kind of put your feelings out because your
Yeah.
music is deep.
Yeah.
Your music is deep.
No, yeah, for sure it is. No, see, like even like a lot of people, like I don't know, everyone's different. Like for instance, when I get in there, it's like 8 of us, and like we start the beat from scratch. So we'll make the beat right there. It's how I'm feeling.
Right.
Whether I want dark, 808s, or if I want just guitar, like it just I honestly go through how I'm feeling right there.
Right.
And that's when the lyrics just go in the booth. If someone outside be like, yo, I have something sick for that. It's just like kind of all just put it together, just so it's all a vibe and just not like sitting there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, of course.
I like it
of
to
course.
be. That's why I love when, especially when I'm in the studio, which is every night for 5 hours.
Dope.
We just get everyone to come in and.
And you still stay out in Cambridge, or you're
No,
working mostly in Toronto?
I got a place in Waterloo right now that I'm just chilling at. And,
Okay.
yeah.
So a lot of the music it comes out, it's created over there.
Yeah.
Dope. So let's actually play your recent single. It's called Whip. It's got 250,000 streams on Spotify. Okay, and I'm sure it's doing more numbers on different platforms. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
We're gonna do a shot for that because those are big numbers, man. Those are big numbers from a young kid from a small town. Like I love that shit, and I support that shit all day. So let's play it for all the listeners, and we'll get back to a conversation. We'll talk about who produced it. So if you can just introduce the song right now.
Yeah, Whip by myself.
Let's go right here on Box Power Sound.